Okay, so what we had here for min and max, we said we were going from 0 to 16 for the x's, and we were counting by ones or twos, I can't remember. And then here we went, just to build a little extra room, we went from negative 200 to, what did we go up to 1900, I guess. And then we counted there by 500, so that fill that in. Then when we looked at the data, you saw that it didn't look like a straight line. Let's look at that again. It looks more like a curve. So it looks like a quadratic. And so that's what we need to enter into our, or put onto our paper. It says, Mr. Bean thinks the linear model would represent the data the best. He's wrong. Explain why he's wrong. And we could say because the data look curved. Oops. Like a curve. Parabola. Okay. So if it's a parabola, we know that that's a quadratic. The only two that we have looked at so far are linear and quadratic. We'll do some more later. So what I want to do at this part of the video then is just show you guys how to get a quadratic regression. So I'm going to go to Stat, and then over to Edit, and then down to Quadrag. Whoops, down to Quadrag, and then hit Enter. On the newer calculators, it'll look like this. You'll say what the X list was, L1, the Y list is L2. So if you need to use the second one or second two there, go ahead. Then skip frequency list, and then under this part, store regression equation, we're going to go vars, then over to y vars, and then function, and I guess I have to hit enter there, y1, enter, and now it's going to be stored in y1 if I hit enter. And then for calculate, you hit enter one more time, and there's my equation. So negative 16x squared plus 0x plus 1821. So that is what I'm going to write on my paper. So y equals negative 16 x squared plus 1821. Okay, now those people who have the other kind of calculator, when you go stat, calc, quadrag, enter, you're put back to the home screen. Then what you need to do is right after on the screen, it will already say quadrag, and then you put in L1, comma, L2, comma, and then Y1. So how do you get the L1 is you go second, 1, and then don't forget the comma, that's above the 7 key on your calculator, and then L2, to get L2 you'd go second, 2, and then another comma, and then for this part it goes vars, y vars, function, y1, and then hit enter after you get all of that, and then it will give you the same thing that you saw on the previous screen. All right, so everybody should be able to get a regression equation, whether you have that older type of calculator or the newer kind of calculator. So our next step then is to trace on the model. So I'm going to go into my calculator, and I'm going to graph. And there you can see there's the line that goes through all the dots, fits it pretty darn perfectly. When I hit trace, I want you to see the first thing is that the cursor will be on plot 1. You have to hit the down arrow to make it go to Y1 instead of plot 1. Okay, I'm going to end the video right here and pick up another video after this.